fishes, Courtney Mermaid here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest monofin in my collection, the Minos. And yes, it is rather large. So I had a lot of you ask me in my last video where I showed off the entire monofin collection, which is now 13 monofins and 2 pairs of flippers, because who needs that many? I don't even know. And if you'd like to check out that video, I will be sure to link to it for you guys. But I had a lot of questions asking me about this monofin, the biggest monofin I have, and the shoe size it fits. Is it comfortable? How well does it swim? The whole thing. And I figured I would take some time to put together a video to go over the pros and cons of this monofin, the shoe size that it fits, comfort levels, the whole nine. So let's start from the top and work our way down. This is the Minos. This is along the line of the Hydra and the Triton. This is the largest of those monofins. You may have seen fins like this through Mermaid Cat. I know she has the Mermaid Cat monofin as well, which is a very similar vibe to this fin. It has a very cool whale tail sort of shape rocking at the bottom. It is a very, very long monofin, and it is definitely longer than it is wide, which isn't a look that everyone wants to go for, but it does have its own sort of aesthetic happening here. It has 3 different layers of thickness, starting quite thick, medium thickness, and then the thinnest area, which is a little bit, see my hand behind there, but it is a little bit see-through as well. It has nicely spaced foot pockets, and I know a lot of you had some concerns about having your feet far apart, if that's going to create some billowing with your mermaid tail. And let me just give you a solid piece of mermaid advice, just from somebody who deals with some foot stuff. Sometimes you're going to have to make a sacrifice, and personally for me, comfort is not an area in which I like to sacrifice anything. My monofins had better be comfortable. You all know I'm a nut for the FINIS Luna. That's my baby. I prefer a more flexible, floppy blade compared to something like this. This has its own pros and cons. We're going to talk about that in a second. But the space between the foot pockets for me is an absolute must. It's an absolute essential. I don't like swimming with my ankles touching. It's just not, that's not for me. It hurts and I don't like it. So this monofin is very comfortable, though this one was not really made with like a mermaid tail in mind per se. So it does have some bulk here. Honestly, it's not the bulkiest that I've seen out there, but it is bulkier. I do like that it has like the little pulley tab, guys. This isn't going to be a full review. I've only been swimming in this monofin once, and I did a bit of a stupid when I went swimming in it. So when this monofin comes to you in the mail, be sure to flip your straps over, pop your hand on the inside, and take out the plastic inserts, because I left them in and went swimming with them in. Hey, I wouldn't be me if I didn't do something dumb like that, right? That being said, even with the stupid plastic inserts on the inside, it was still really comfortable. Like, these are only there to help it maintain its shape. In terms of shoe size, this is a size large, and this fits US size 11 to 14, and I believe that's men's sizing. I fit in this, and I can wear socks in this. I could probably wear like a neoprene boot in this if I wanted to. Like, I'm wearing socks right now, and I still could do this up tighter. So that's with sport socks, not even like thin socks. For mermaids, being able to wear a sock with your monofin is kind of a nice thing, because especially if you're spending a lot of time in your tail, you don't want to find yourself being really uncomfortable and then not able to get out of it quickly, so a sock can be a nice benefit. So that is a good feature of this monofin. But I will say this is a very large monofin, and I know for the vast majority of you, this is not going to be for your foot size. It does give you a lot of power. Wow. One good kick and you go, and you go fast. You could probably modify this one. I would be very careful not to modify it to like a sharp point or anything like that, but if you wanted to cut it and give it like a whale tail shape, I'm sure that you could. That being said, you would need to make your own tail skin for it then, because you will have modified it, and you know. If you are interested in learning how to make printed fabric mermaid tails, I do have an ebook available over on shopvancouvermermaid.com that will talk all about how to measure your monofin, how to measure yourself, how to import your measurements into Photoshop, how to find a printer, all that good stuff. So again, that was over at shopvancouvermermaid.com. Link will be in the description box down below. If you have a larger foot size, I do highly recommend this monofin. I am a size 11 women's US sizing, and I'm a narrow, so I do fit in this with a sock, which is good, but I do recommend it. If you have a larger foot size, you're looking for maybe a little bit of a unique shape too, also a plus. It's a good, fast fin. It is comfortable. It's functional. I definitely like it. I don't think I'll personally make a tail skin for it, because I have a little bit of a different aesthetic than this particular shape. Now, if I can find a link to this specific fin, I will leave one for you in the description box down below. And otherwise, if you have any other questions about this fin, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. I will check them out. I will reply to as many as I can. Now I'm going to show you guys a size comparison, this one between the Luna and and the Mahina. All right, so here is the Minos. So I'm gonna pop this over top. This is the Luna by FINIS. I think that's pretty close to being up at the top there. So here is the, here is the size difference. You can have a look-see there. Now, if I do line the actual like base part of the Monofin up a little bit better, you can see this is for a much larger shoe size, the Minos back here. But if you do kind of line up the bones of the Monofin, you can see that's more what you're looking at. So depending on how it's gonna fit into your fluke shape. Actually, honestly, wouldn't it be cool to like cut this and like create another Luna? I am such a Luna nut. I just love the shape so much. Okay, so that was the Luna. And here is the Mahina. Now, here is where you're gonna see a real difference in terms of what's going on with the foot pockets. This is not as comfortable as having your feet with a nice space. And you know why that is? Because if you put your feet, pardon my socks, but if you put your feet side by side, you don't want like the rubbing in between. You wanna have like a nice bit of space there, right? So, and here is the sort of size comparison. If we push this kind of all the way up there, this is sort of what you're looking at in terms of size. It's definitely not as wide as the Mahina. And if you pull this down so that the bones, like I said, again, kind of here and here fit a little bit more similar, that's kind of what you're looking at. That just gives you a little bit of an idea for the size in comparison to the Mahina and the Luna. Okay, and that has been a video all about the Minos. I hope you guys found it helpful. I'm enjoying doing this bit of a Monofin series. We've been on a Monofin kick recently, and I am absolutely down. It has been good. So if you have any other Monofin related questions, I mean, let's keep the train going. Be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. And have you tried this fin? Do you like it? Have you tried any of the other ones, the Triton or the Hydra? I would love to know. All that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Happy swimming! Bye!